It's week 3 of the National Football League, and we'll see Devin White. He put up numbers last week with a 9-tackle performance. It's the Bucs and the Falcons, and it comes your way.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the 3rd overall selection back in 2018 from USC. It's Sam Darnold.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes, because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
And some room, taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Antonio Gibson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Buccaneers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, it's Zach Wilson.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away, because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. When they have the football, it will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So Charles already down 7-0 early. They opt to take a shot there on the first play of scrimmage, but that plan backfires.
That feels a little bit like last week's loss lingering into this game, doesn't it? You know, you're down 7 already. You lost last week. It's almost like they were trying to get it all back in one shot, trying to take a big chunk play right out of the gate.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him. Second down, back to Fournette.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? The play fake, and it's Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's going to have the Bucs first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Darnold rolling to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Here's Darnold. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. Chris Godwin. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here. No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now. Oh, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either. Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole. And complete to Drake London. They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Play action. It's Wilson. And that will be incomplete. As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away. Fourth down. Here's Wilson. Oh, he's got his tight end Pitts complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. And the Bucs will take over possession here up at the 44.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. After the interception, here's Darnold. Here's a quick pass. He's got Chris Godwin. And he'll... other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And they get Tristan Wirfs, first-round pick in 2020. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. Now it's Darnold. Albert Okwuegbunam, the intended target. He's got the first down and more. Look at the big fella go. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. So it's third and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more? To throw is Darnold. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bucs take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. That time a 6-play drive. And it's Chris Godwin who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit with those. Complete.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. Charles, they are putting on a show right now. I mean, with that fumble return for the touchdown, you think about the size of this advantage. Heck, it's a 4-score game right now, and we're still in the first half.
And that has to be the highlight, Brandon, with how infrequently we see fumbles return to the house. But if you aren't inclined to pick this as the game's signature play so far, you do have no shortage of alternatives to select from. This has been nothing short of a clinic. And as noted, we still have a half a ball to play.
The extra point up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Atlanta regains possession of the football. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's Wilson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
At the 48-yard line.
Up the gut, Fournette. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 56 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now Darnold. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. He completes it to Beckham. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Buccaneers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. So this now 34-0 with the extra point pending. And Charles, I thought these guys might have the advantage coming in, but I didn't expect this.
Well, I'm glad we're going with full transparency here because I didn't either. I thought we might be looking at a 24-20 type game, maybe 13-10 at the half. But this has been total, utter domination.
Fields it right around the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson got his man complete over the middle. It's Watkins. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Wilson to throw. Again, that's Watkins. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
That's another Falcons 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Throwing again here, Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jamel Dean. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Looking to throw on second down. Darnold. He finds his man, complete. It's Hess. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Darnold down to throw. He finds Corey Davis. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Tampa Bay.
Here's Darnold. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 81 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. From the 5, 2nd and 4. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Bucs on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw, Darnold. Flush to his right. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bucs have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it is 42-0. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Finding room at midfield. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Wilson will throw again. And he rifles one incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks. Like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Now Wilson. This will be caught at about the 5. Touchdown! Kyle Pitts as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. So we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. All eyes on Zach Wilson leading his team back out for... Any surprise in your mind he's out there to start the second half after 4 first-half interceptions?
I used to be surprised by a lot of things, partner, but in this case I'm not, because you know they want him to be their guy. And the only way to truly establish that is to give him a chance to work through some of the issues he had in the first half.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Play action. It's Wilson. Oh, he's got his tight end Pitts complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Wilson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
To throw again is Wilson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That goes for a gain of 31.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And boy, they hit that one.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. And this is taken in at the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Pollard. Going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. Pollard again. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tony Pollard with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are able to claw one back. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's Darnold. He's got him in. Complete. 20. 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin. 74 yards. Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Fields it right around the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the Buccaneers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Falcons' 48-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, Darnold over the middle. He finds Godwin, complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
A gain of 7. And the Buccaneers.
Inside handoff now. And a loose football. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
After the interception, here's Darnold. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Again, it's Fournette. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. Well, if nothing else, some signs of life here, Charles, because you're facing the big deficit, but at least they were able to prevent 3 more from getting on the board there with a nice block.
And that's how they're comforting themselves on the sidelines right now because they certainly didn't execute well on that play at all. Bottom line, exactly what you said. They didn't need the 3, but they sure don't like giving up a block. As they get into practice next week.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. Now it's Wilson. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD? That's
a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. The Falcons send out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. .42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And the attention shift. It's Godwin and the rest of the Tampa offense. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that? I I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. Fournette once more on second down. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 84 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run it again with Fournette. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good, but that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Wilson's throw into the hands of Pitts here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. And my goodness, another interception. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Bucsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. They begin with a run by Fournette. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A handoff to Fournette, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This offense so far on 3rd down, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Well, this O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It's taken to the 26. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now it's Wilson. And now here is another interception. And the Buccaneers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defense. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. On second down, here's Fournette. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys already start to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides.